OpenAI just leaked something big. But why is nobody talking about the $840 billion bet hiding behind it? Here's what this video will prove. The race to win AI isn't about smarter chatbots. It's about something way bigger. OpenAI is spending $600 billion to build a platform that could eat the entire business software market. And if it works, every tool your company uses today, your CRM, your project boards, your chat apps, all of it turns into a footnote. Their engineers pushed ChatGPT 5.4 code to a public GitHub repo. Twice. In 5 days. The internet freaked out about the model. Prediction markets spiked. The hype machine did its thing. But that model is just one gear in a much bigger machine. The real play is an all-or-nothing gamble on 4 things that have to work together. If anyone breaks, the whole bet falls apart. And the explanation here goes somewhere that most AI commentary just doesn't go, because it needs you to hold several ideas in your head at once. Most people stop at the surface. Let's go deeper. Think about everything your company knows. Not what's in the handbook, the real stuff. The stuff that decides whether a product ships on time or blows up. Right now, that knowledge is scattered everywhere. Your code lives in one place. Customer info lives in another. Project plans sit in a third tool. The real reasons behind big decisions? Those are buried in chat threads from months ago, or stuck in meeting notes nobody watches, or just sitting in someone's head, someone who might leave next quarter. None of these tools talk to each other in any meaningful way. Each one holds a piece. But nobody, no person, no tool has the full picture. And the information itself isn't the issue. There's tons of it. The problem is something else entirely. The problem is the connecting layer. The thing that takes all those scattered pieces and turns them into actual understanding. And right now, the only thing doing that job is people. You. Your team. Human brains are the bridge between every tool your company runs. But brains are slow at this. They forget stuff. They can only hold a few things in focus at once, definitely not 100 projects. And honestly, they get worse at connecting dots when they're tired, stressed, or just distracted by the next fire drill. Context switching destroys the quality of that thinking. And the really painful part? These brains walk out the door. When a key person leaves, all the data stays put. Every tool still has its info. But the person who could look at 3 different screens and connect what they saw into something useful? They're gone. And that ability to connect that understanding doesn't transfer. You can't save it. You can't write it in a doc. Every departure, every team shuffle, every reorg chips away at what the company actually understands. And then people painfully relearn stuff that someone else already figured out months ago. Think about how much that costs your company. Not just dollars, though, it's a lot of those too. Think about the bad decisions people make because they're missing a piece of the puzzle. Think about the projects that repeat mistakes someone already solved last year. Think about new hires spending 3 months ramping up on knowledge that used to live in one person's head. This cycle of forgetting and relearning is happening at every company, every quarter, and nobody has a good fix for it. Until maybe now. Now picture something different. An AI that sits on top of all your company's tools at once. It reads the code, it tracks customer conversations, it watches project boards, it absorbs chat discussions, and it builds a living map of everything your company knows and how all the pieces connect to each other. That's what OpenAI is building with AWS. They called it a stateful runtime environment. Big words for a simple idea, one AI brain that remembers everything your company does and helps you make better calls with that full picture. When this works, your tools become inputs, not destinations. Your project board isn't where you go to understand a project anymore. The AI already pulled that info, mixed it with code changes, customer feedback, and budget goals, and gave you a clear answer. The tools feed the brain. The brain does the thinking. This isn't just a better product. It's a whole new layer in how business is run. It sits above every tool and pulls understanding out of all of them. And that understanding, not the raw data, is where the real value lives. Look, CRM tools are worth $250 billion. IT workflow tools are worth $200 billion. But all that value comes from one thing being the place where important info lives. If an AI can pull that info together across every tool and do the thinking on top, the old tools become commodities, just raw feeds. That's why every big SaaS company is racing to build their own AI agents. They can feel the ground shifting. If you're running one of these companies and you lose the thinking layer, if all you're left with is storing data while someone else does the smart stuff on top, your margins disappear, your moat dries up. That's game over for a SaaS business, and the big players know it. But here's why this is so hard. OpenAI isn't solving one problem, they're solving four, and all four have to work at the same time. Drop one and the whole thing crumbles. Bet one, the AI has to be smart enough to use massive context well. Give a weak model 1 million pages of company history and it chokes. It finds stuff that looks related but isn't. It pulls meeting notes from the wrong project. It mixes up two systems that share the same name. And then it gives you a confident wrong answer. That's worse than having no AI at all, right? The model has to be sharp enough to know the difference between this looks similar and this actually matters right now. And here's where it gets interesting. Smarts and context multiply each other. Every time the model gets better at reasoning, it can handle more context without drowning. The returns aren't just a little better, they grow faster and faster. That's why each GPT update is load-bearing for this whole bet, not for benchmarks, because smarter reasoning unlocks more usable context. And if reasoning hits a wall and starts to plateau, the whole context layer turns from something helpful into just a very expensive mistake factory that confidently gets things wrong. No enterprise will touch that. Bet 2, memory that stays current. Right now, AI memory is like a coworker who remembers your name but blanks on what you talked about last week. What's needed is way deeper. Think about a payment system built years ago. The person who built it knows there's a quirk under heavy traffic, two pieces of the system fight each other, and things start falling over. They never wrote it down. The team just handles it manually when traffic spikes. That knowledge sits in one person's head. When they leave, it's just gone. Now, here's what makes this extra hard. Company knowledge isn't frozen. The smart approach from 6 months ago might have been scrapped after testing. The rule from last quarter might have been replaced. Old patterns get dropped. New ones take over. Memory that never updates itself is worse than no memory. An AI that confidently tells you, here's how it works based on last year's setup is basically making things up. And you won't catch it until something breaks in production. Still with me? Good, because this next one is the real kicker. Bet 3, and honestly, this is the big one. Finding the right needle in a massive haystack. Today's AI search, what the industry calls RAG, handles simple questions fine. What's the customer's phone number? Easy, but try something harder. Why did our payment system break last March, and did the fix connect to what we changed in June? That question needs cause and effect across months of events. RAG can't trace a chain of decisions through time. It also can't tell live info from dead info. A doc about a system that got shut down last year looks exactly the same as one about today's active system. Same words, same names. The search treats them equally. And the bigger your data gets, the worse this problem grows. More noise. More false hits. More wrong answers delivered with full confidence. And here's what's wild, nobody is even testing for this problem yet. There's no scorecard for find one useful answer buried in 10 trillion words of company history. The first team to crack this gets an advantage nobody else can even see, let alone measure. Bet 4, the AI has to be right almost every single time. When an agent runs hundreds of tasks on its own for weeks, even 95% accuracy per task falls apart fast. Run the numbers 95% over 100 tasks gives you less than 1% overall success. The real bar is more like 99.5%, and that has to hold across messy, real-world work where context is confusing, contradictory, or just plain missing. And here's the wild part, all four bets push each other. Better search feeds better context. Smarter models make better calls. Fresh memory means fewer wrong answers. They all lift together or they all sync together. So what happens when all four click at a real company? It snowballs. Week 1, the AI reads your docs. Handy but basic. Month 1, it spots patterns across projects. Month 3, it connects dots between teams that never talk to each other. Month 6, it understands things about your business that no single employee could because no one person has read everything. Here's a concrete example. A product manager asks, should we build that analytics feature our big customer keeps requesting? Normally, that's a 2-week exercise. Get engineering in a room. Dig up old tickets. Check competitor moves. Pull budget numbers. With a working AI brain, it already knows the customer asked 3 times with different details each time. It found 3 other customers with similar needs but different limits. It pulled up engineering's review from 6 months ago saying the current setup couldn't handle it plus last month's upgrade that fixed that exact blocker. It spotted 2 competitors who shipped similar features recently. And it flagged the CFO's rule about new features paying for themselves in 2 quarters. All of that in seconds, not weeks. Not because it's smarter than your people, but because it has read everything and can pull it all together at once. No individual in your company has that kind of cross-cutting view. The AI doesn't just answer the question, it shows you angles you didn't even know existed. Now here's the part that should scare you. Once your company's understanding lives inside this AI brain, try switching. Go ahead. Your raw data? Sure, you can move files and databases, but the understanding how your code connects to your customers connects to your roadmap? That took months to build up. You can't export it, you can't copy-paste understanding, you can't migrate it to another platform. Raw data moves easy, understanding doesn't move at all. And every day you use the platform, that understanding gets deeper, and leaving gets harder. There's no ceiling on this, it just keeps growing. This would be the stickiest product in the history of business software. Not because of contracts or switching fees, because of what you'd lose. All those months of the AI learning how your specific company works, how your teams connect, what patterns show up before problems hit. You'd go back to humans being the only bridge between your tools. You'd reset to 0. And once a company is a year deep, they're not going anywhere. That's the pitch these AI companies are building toward. But OpenAI isn't the only one in this race, and this is where it gets really interesting. While OpenAI builds from the top with huge infrastructure deals, Anthropic might be reaching the same finish line from the bottom, almost by accident. Claude code is everywhere in dev teams right now. Every coding session creates context, work patterns, project history, problem-solving habits, all built naturally through daily use. Nobody designed it as a lock-in play. But that organic knowledge reflects how developers actually work, and that might be more useful than knowledge captured by a system people haven't adapted to yet. Now, OpenAI's big platform hasn't shipped yet. The 4 bets we've talked about need more research, probably at least a year before they all come together. And that gives Anthropic a window to turn their organic advantage into something more structured. The catch? If OpenAI finishes first, all of that goes out the window. And OpenAI plus AWS pitch to a CIO is extremely hard to beat. For a lot of big companies, that combination alone closes the deal. The result is genuinely up in the air. Big money buys infrastructure. But it doesn't always buy the right product. This is shaping up to be the biggest software battle of the next decade. And it's wide open. So here are 3 questions to sit with this week. 1, where is your team's real understanding piling up right now? If half your people use one AI tool and the other half use something else, you're splitting your collective brain power across platforms. Nobody gets the complete picture. And look, you don't need to wait for some billion-dollar product launch. Even a basic shared context setup with good search across a few thousand documents helps your team right now. Something is way better than nothing. You can work on a simpler version of this right now with properly tagged documents, good headers, and solid search. That alone gives your team a real boost. Start small and grow from there. 2, is your AI setup getting smarter over time? Or is it the same thing every day? Are people running one-off prompts with no memory? Or is there a loop that feeds back into better results? Is there any compound improvement happening? If you're not sure, that's worth a real talk. And bring in the people doing the actual work, not just the leadership team. There's no corner office advantage when it comes to judging what works in AI. The best insights come from the people using it every day. 3. If you start building this today, what happens when you want to switch in a year? How much understanding would you lose? Do you want that living inside OpenAI's platform, or would you rather own it? Because this tech will spread. Other players will build their own versions. There'll be open source options for companies that need privacy and control. But the first movers get the deepest understanding. That trade-off should shape every AI decision you make going forward. The war for business software isn't about which chatbot gets a version bump this week. It's about who builds the brain that understands your whole company. Most people are watching the wrong piece on the board right now. Don't be one of them. If this helped you see where things are heading, hit subscribe and drop a comment about how your team handles AI context today. The clock is already ticking, and the best time to start building was yesterday.